as a society, we fear difference, we fear change. So whenever something is different, we always try and remove it in a way.
I think theatre and art at a very basic level is a mirror to society, and theatre and the art is also discursive machinery that contributes to how people think about certain issues. So presenting things on stage is a way to challenge beliefs and perceptions and to hopefully also change them.
He, my boyfriend, it's okay to call him my boyfriend, or does it make you feel uncomfortable?
Basically, it's just about a boy and the story is about tracing his life. I think it's that thing of knowing that he's different, and he's in a society where being different is not okay. And he also knows that he has to go and, in a sense, be in a space where he feels comfortable, where he feels that he's accepted. But like he says in the play, even a place like Cape Town isn't safe. So it questions, where can you be to be yourself? Where can you go to be safe, and what is being safe?
Thematically, or in terms of subject matter, Ashes deals with systemic homophobia in South Africa. It looks at attitudes towards gay people in our country, despite the fact that South Africa offers constitutional protection based on sexual orientation. A hell of a lot of violence is still enacted on people who are othered in terms of sexuality and gender. And the media doesn't pick up on it. You have to go to the pink media to find out about these things, and there are so many other stories that we don't even hear about, and that is an indication that certain lives simply aren't valued as much as others.
Yeah, there was one morphic in our street. What's the right word these days? Homo. My daddy didn't like it and said I must stay away from him. But kids are just fucking kids, and they just want to play. And I watch him as a man.
It was inspired by 3 actual incidents that occurred last year. 3 separate incidents in the Western and Northern Cape in which gay men were killed, essentially, in very brutal and very violent ways.
I'm from the Northern Cape originally, and to read up on these stories, whenever it's written about, it's horrifying. And knowing that there are so many stories, so many events like this that happen, but nobody ever speaks about it. We have a thing where we always look at other countries and we always go, shame, and but we never look in our own communities.
Murder is murder, and if we have to make a big deal of every murder in this country, then we'd never get anything else done.
From the moment I started writing the play, I was very aware of my position as a white male writing a story about 2 coloured men, essentially. Whose stories are we allowed to tell? Whose stories do we feel comfortable telling? Whose stories will other people accept as telling as well? These are things as theatre makers that you have to think about every time you put on a play. I think the South African climate and the South African theatrical climate is always inherently political.
We can't change people's perception of something in one piece of theatre, on one film, for example. But I think just by planting the seed and just by raising awareness and making people think about social issues, like in this instance in Ashes, about gay murders and hate crimes and things like that, I think we can definitely start something.